So yeah, I don't know if this is gonna make it onto YouTube. I don't. On this episode of What is Tone, I plug everything in, minus the microphone. I don't. I tried miking the cab, and I have this strange thing that goes on when I play. You hear that? Now, I got a noise gate on the pedal board. I got a noise gate in the DAW, and somehow the Spider 4 is still really noisy. Not cool, but that's okay because I'll probably do something to it. I'm not gonna go and flicker it. I'm not. I'll mod it somehow, some way to make it useful. Until then, it is what it is. The cube, on the other hand. So I have two of these amps, low budget amps, mic'd up for recording. One, it's what I got, I'm working with it. Two, for the last 20 years, I never knew that mixing amps together to get a full tone is what keeps a lot of the lead stuff that I do from sounding really shrill and weak and thin. Like, this is why I like mixing guitar effects with bass effects and then throwing other stuff in there. Because you never know what's going to be that one piece that just makes it. So yeah, let's clean this up a bit because I do have a lot going on. Okay, so channel 1 is the Spider, channel 2 is the cube. It really doesn't matter. I'm just gonna cut off the cube right now. Now, I've learned to just have the amps at 12 o'clock and let the effects do the tone shaping. Because to me now, the amp is nothing more than a noise box. You plug it in, noise comes out of it. You don't like the noise, change it. Why multi-effects into a multi-effects? Well, they're cheap. I mean, I got this thing for $20 on Facebook. Like, the amount of money I've spent on gear over the last 2.5 decades, this is fitting. I can come to terms with this. Let's see. So, 9.6 is noisy, but it's bassy. So it's like, if I can just get an amp with the same amount of bass response without, I swear to God, if he doesn't shut the fuck up. Bro, what the fuck? This is why I need my own fucking house. It's damn near 12 o'clock at night and someone is fucking outside yelling for a fucking roommate. I waited all day to make this video and now this shit happens. Anyways. Bruh, come on. You don't even know who you're calling. Okay, now we continue. What the fuck was I even saying? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Yeah, so, this is why I miss living alone. I have to worry about roommates and having their fucking keys. Anyways. I don't understand why this is so enjoyable. I gotta block the light. Hold up. Yeah, so I don't understand why this is so enjoyable to me. I mean, I've been doing this forever. There's no point in counting anymore. I've been doing this forever. Mostly with Boss, Line 6, Digitech, and like random others that fall into my lap just because I was there. But my theory was correct. The secret to my tone is amp blending. Period. Because I got the multi effects pushing the 2 amps harder than they need to be pushed. They're practice amps. They're not meant to be on stage. I mean, I could probably get away with it, but if the drummer's still louder than me, it's kind of pointless. But this is the beauty of this whole experimentation. Because when really, if I was to take all this and plug into more expensive amps, all I'm getting is more volume, headroom, and probably less noise. So I guess the 6, the Spider 4, it's gonna stay there. There's no point in selling it. There's no point in doing anything outside of modding it and using it for the onboard effects. Now the onboard effects, I have learned, one knob is not enough. It's not. I've tried it. I fucking hate one knob effects because it's like there's other parameters I want to tweak that's keeping this from sounding good. And that's why I love Boss. I mean, Boss has always. I don't think there was ever a time Boss had let me down. I mean, I've used a Boss pedal in defense from being robbed. You know what it's like to throw your equipment at somebody, have it bounce off their head, and then back into your hand like it was never supposed to leave your hand? And it's enough to scare them away? Thank you, Metal Zone. Because that was a Metal Zone I did it with, and I thought that was funny as fuck. Sleep token. So, yeah, so I got the 4 isolated. Now, here's the tricky part. How many effects can I have running at any given point in time before it sounds like crap? Because I've realized now, clean tone, no effects whatsoever, I'm fine. Metal tone with gain staging, I'm fine. Distortion without gain staging, I'm fine. But the metal zone and the church tones clash like a motherfucker. So I probably have to reconfigure my gain staging so that I can have everything on, but whatever, that's later. Right now, let's just see what this thing can do. chorus flange is probably one of the most pointless effects ever because you got the flanger and the chorus going on at the same time, and it gives it this retarded ass sound that is either A, unpredictable, or B, unwanted. Shame on you, line 6, for trying to get away with having too much for not enough. Anyways, this is a little bit of a roast of my own rig, so fuck it. That's okay, but no, fuck it. I can't. Fuck that. I mean, the only thing that's really usable on this amp is the reverb. Everything else is just kind of like, why? Now, I was hoping to have like a chorus and reverb on the amps, freeing up the chorus and reverb on the pedal so they can do something else, and together they can combine and form Voltron. But my Voltron's missing a few bolts. Now, running clean with some dirty, that's great. It seems like the less layers I have, the better. All right, cool. So now we're going to flip it over to the cube side. That's a bit dank. I'm not going to lie, it's a bit dank. I mean, you can push it a little harder. Let me see something. So, okay, now we got a Boss multi-effects going into a Roland amp, and the amp is set to JC clean. Everything's dimed out to 12. I got the tone like around 1. And now for some chorus. See how that sounds like. Of course. See, this is where I get carried away and forget what I'm doing. But this is probably as close as I can get to my old setup, which was a bunch of Boss pedals with crate effects, and I'll probably get that back soon once I can find the right deal, because I'm not paying more than a few pennies anyways. The whole mission of all this is pennies. Let the whole channel be fueled by pennies. Fuck it. Don't need that much. I mean, technically speaking, I can run all this stuff on plug amps, but do I really feel like being in front of a computer all day? No. Plus, I don't want to program some crazy nonsense in the computer. I can't play live. So I got the verb, I got a little bit of reverb, That's actually pretty sexy. I don't know why reverb and chorus does it for me. I mean, probably just too much reverb, so I don't sound good. Okay, I can't play fucking riffs from somebody else that good today, for whatever the fuck reason. I'm getting used to the new strap height, whatever. Not bad. So yeah, yeah, even. Okay, we're gonna turn all this off. Now, the one thing I can say is dealing with this light is gonna be a pain in the ass, because no matter how I set the room up, it's always in the way. So fuck it, whatever. We're just gonna roll with this for now, because the whole back and forth and moving around is driving me fucking crazy. But so I'm running through all my theories of the last forever of playing guitar, and I'm understanding that it's better off having a clean, noiseless amp with no effects being pushed by a multi-pedal effects, because at any point in time I could put a two preamp between the two amps and the pedal board, and I'll have, if I don't end up getting a tube amp to begin with, because the only reason I don't want a tube amp is
I am not trying to carry heavy shit upstairs, and living on the third floor of a building that cannot fucking keep its shit together. It's just I'm not dealing with it. I've dealt with it enough before in the past. I've lived on the fifth floor of a fucking building. Try carrying a guitar, two guitars, a bass, a drum kit, a 2x12, a 1 by I think 15 from the bassist, and a 4x12 and a head up 5 flights of stairs, up and down, and that's just getting in and out of the fucking apartment building. That's not even getting to the train station or the bus to get to the venue. I regret how I spent my early 20s. But anyways, so now I'm thinking about it. I'm like 20 years older, and my back pain sings me the song of its people on a regular. I'm really not trying to be on stage in a bad mood because I'm in so much pain I can't fucking breathe properly. I'm not with it. I don't care what anybody has to say. You're not the one dealing with this. So, anyways, so I figure if I had to go to a show, I gotta make this as easy as possible. Let's say I don't have a car. Let's say I don't have transportation. I gotta walk. That means all this stuff either has to go on my back or in a fucking trolley, handcart type thing that doesn't feel like 1,000,000 pounds because that's just more weight to carry. Great. So now it leaves me with guitar, pedal board, which I can always go into PA if I want to, but I don't. I actually want my own sound. So in the event that I can go into PA, I can hear myself and still have the sound. I'm just gonna get more cubes. And then push them with two preamp of some sort. I'll find one. I'm between the Terra stamp and something Two Notes came out with like 10 years ago. I'm not trying to get super new cutting edge. I don't need all that. I just need a tube and a pedal with two ins and two outs and maybe some tone controls. That's it. I have yet to find such a thing, but whatever. So now let's see if I was able to just go back to the theories and fix the whole. Now I'm panning everything from 80% down because for some reason it just feels good to do this. When I set it too much over or not enough over, it tends to sound thicker and thinner than it needs to be. So I just took the fuck out this song. Yeah, I should be. Fucking shit. It's Reaper. You should already know. 20. I might have too many guitar parts, tracks, or whatever. I might cut down on some. I'm not sure yet. Because when it comes to recording, some songs have cleans and some don't. And I want a template that accommodates for all that. That's not what I wanted. And I might be getting rid of a key or two. So, yeah. Like right now, I got 20 tracks. And it's whatever. It's whatever. Now for the drums. Oh, drummer, do your shit. I think I need a new mouse. This mouse is shot. Thanks, World of Warcraft. Multi-kick. Into a ghost. Into another fill. Into a multi. Back into this motherfucker. And then another fill. And that should be enough. Ah, fuck, I swear. I don't understand people. Like, it's fucking almost midnight. What the fuck? Go to sleep. If you're gonna be outside, at least be quiet. And then we're gonna loop this bad boy. This is the part of me that wants to come outside with a rocket launcher and just fucking explode the car. Fuck it. Never fucking beep again. Swear to God, bro. I swear to God. No, it's the wrong thing. Why do I keep clicking the wrong thing? Distractions. Hungry as hell, though. I shouldn't be. I really shouldn't be. Alright, so we kind of, yeah. Just fuck it, whatever. And then just play. Setting the volumes for everything every time is so fucking annoying. And this is gonna be like super generic shit I'm recording because I don't care. Like, I really don't. This isn't going anywhere. This is just for science. Alright, now. See, that's how you know line 6 is loud. I'm not playing anything and it's still sending really loud signal. I can probably tweak the noise gate more, but then how much can you clamp a noise gate before it just kills all? I don't want it to kill all. I actually only want it to kill like a portion. Whatever. I'll find another amp to plug in. I'm actually, before I get the next cube, I'll probably get a crate. Get a couple crates. One for bass, the other for guitar. This, my portable rig is completely battery, so getting another cube is going to be paramount. And then that's what the cube, 2 cubes plus the effects pedals. That's like 16 batteries. But yeah, let's just record this and see what happens. Oh no. I keep forgetting this nut shit. This up. No, you don't want to slow down. Don't do that. Right? So I don't feel like hearing all that going crazy. Now for bass. Hopefully this works the way it should. Or at least the way I think it should. Now, I've been playing Ibanez for like the last 20 years. And this bass makes no sense to me because it's an extended scale bass. This is like 34 inches or some shit. Like, it makes my guitar look small. It makes my guitar look like a ukulele. Like, fuck. Whatever, it's a bass. I don't know why I got so much of everybody else's music stuck in my head. I can swear something. What's wrong with me? Yeah, that's a pretty loud amp. Anyways, let's see what happens. Automatically, I can see the Cube has way more signal, but the Line 6 just has more noise. It would probably have more signal if it wasn't so damn noisy. This is crazy. Now, we're just gonna play the whole thing and see what that sounds like. I'll do a little bit of editing. when it comes to the bass on my pedal board, I usually just use a solo effect to boost it up more because for some reason this thing just got no oomph. I mean, it sounds great and it plays good. I'm not a bassist, I don't know. I mean, a bass would pick. But if you really think about it, this is why gear does not matter. Because no matter what I plug in, no matter what I tweak, in the end, it's these speakers that are telling me what's going on. And these speakers, they're not reference studio monitor speakers. These aren't like Mackies. These aren't JBLs. They're not Sony, none of that stuff. None of that Rocket, like Behringer. It's none of that. They're regular desktop speakers that can handle some abuse. And honestly, the last couple months I've noticed their cones are degrading. I have to upgrade those too. Whatever. So all in all, what does it take to actually get a good sound? Not much. Really not much. Especially when you're not into like scooping mids. Because I did that for a long time. And I didn't realize that's why I sounded bad. Along with like, guitar not being intonated and me not playing a key. Those three things will make you not a desirable player. But that's okay. I've learned from my mistakes. I'm moving on now. But yeah. I guess the next one will just be just me doing the same thing with different shit. Like my monitors. I've got more screen display. No, actually, now I think about it, my screen real estate and speaker real estate is almost the same. Almost. I'm still trying to figure out the whole 2x12 and 4x12 nonsense because 2x12 is stereo and 4x12 is just pure unadulterated volume. Like lots of volume. So I might take a Line 6 Spider 4 cab, take the speakers out, and put different speakers in them, do some super custom nonsense on that. Then turn the 4 speakers from the cab into like two 2x12s for other stuff. And so many new future planned stuff to do and hookups and upgrades and mods, which is where this channel is going. And then I'm going to take it to the streets and see how it works because the only thing I'm missing for the streets is more batteries, a very big battery tank, and a handcart. Probably some new strings because it's been a while. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, thanks for watching my nonsense. I'm going to try to keep it short from now on, but no guarantees.